Today we are breaking down everything you need to know about the Ottawa real estate market as of July 2025. We are talking about prices, sales inventory, and what it means if you're thinking of buying, selling, or just staying informed. There's a lot of noise out there about the housing market cool off, especially in Ontario. But how's Ottawa doing? Let's get right into it. Let's start with the big picture. Unlike many parts of Ontario that are facing price corrections, slowing sales, and even surges in inventory, Ottawa's market continues to show stability. We're seeing steady demand, moderate price growth, and a healthy level of supply. Now, that doesn't mean we're completely immune to what is happening across the province, because we're not. But Ottawa tends to be more insulated from market extremes, thanks to our stable employment base. Think federal jobs, tech, healthcare, and consistent population growth. So while other cities are seeing more dramatic shifts, Ottawa is holding its ground. That being said, we can't live in a bubble. Some Ontario markets are seeing real slowdowns. Sales are declining, inventory is rising, prices are dropping. And these trends could potentially ripple into Ottawa if they persist. We've seen it before. National or provincial economic shifts eventually make their way to the local level. We talk about this all the time. Real estate is local. So even though Ottawa is more resilient to all these changes, we still need to stay alert and not complacent. So what is happening right now? Let's dive right into the numbers. 1,318 homes were sold in July across the Ottawa Real Estate Board region. That's actually down from 1,602 sales in the month of June. A normal seasonal drop, but compared to July 2024, it's a 4.9% increase, which is a solid year-over-year gain. So far in 2025, we've had 8,704 home sales. That's up by 3.1% compared to the same time of last year. So overall, sales volume is up, slow and steady, but it's still up. Now let's talk about the inventory. We had 2,549 new listings hit the market in July. That's up nearly 12% from last year. And total active listings, that number rose to 4,205, which is 14% more than last July and 23% above the 5-year average. So what is this telling us? It tells us two things. Number one is the sellers are gaining confidence again. They're ready to put their house up on the market because they know the house should be selling. Number two is the buyers have more choices, which we haven't seen in a while. What this means is that when a buyer is looking, they have a lot more choices to choose from, a lot more houses. This makes their lives a lot easier because then they can pick and choose the right home for their family. Let's talk about the supply and demand balance. Now you might be wondering, is it still a seller's market or are we shifting into a buyer's market? This is a great question. The sales to new listing ratio rose from 51.7% to 55.1% compared to last year. This is a sign that demand is still keeping pace with supply, at least for now. Another key metric is months of inventory, which is now at 3.2 months, up from 2.9 last year, and then just 2.7 from last month in June. For context, 3 to 4 months of inventory is typically considered a balanced market. So we're inching toward that sweet spot where neither buyers nor sellers have a strong upper hand. This, in my opinion, is a better market. The sellers put their house on the market, the buyers are out there looking. This makes it so much smoother and easier for everybody involved. Let's talk about prices. Everybody wants to know what is happening with pricing in Ottawa. The average sale price in Ottawa in July was $695,209, and that's 2.2% higher than last year. Year to date, the average price sits at 702,840, which is up 3% over 2024. And the MLS Home Price Index, which smooths out the highs and lows, shows Ottawa's benchmark price at $633,100, a 1.9% increase year over year. Now let's talk about the breakdown between different types of houses. If you're looking at single family homes, it is 704,800, up 2%. Townhouses, we are at $468,000, up 8.3%. This is the biggest increase. Condos and apartments, 411,900. That is actually down 1.6%. The last one is especially interesting. Condos, particularly downtown, are seeing a softening demand. So what does this all mean for you? If you're a buyer, this is a great time to be shopping around. There's more inventory, and while prices are still growing, it's happening at a moderate and manageable pace. If you're a seller, especially of townhouses or single family homes, you're still in a good spot. Demand is holding strong and prices are stable. But if you are selling a condo downtown, just know the competition is heating up and buyers are being more selective because they have a lot more to choose from. You may need to price strategically or focus on staging and marketing just to stand out from the rest of the crowd. So there you have it, a quick update on the Ottawa housing market for July 2025. It's steady, it's resilient, it's balanced. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you found it helpful, feel free to share it, hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to drop a comment below. Let me know what's happening in your area. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more straight talk on real estate. I'll see you in the next video. But in the meantime, if you have any questions about the real estate market in your area, or if you want to know what is happening in your neighborhood, make sure to give me a quick call, or you can always email me at jeanricher@jeanricher.com. Merci beaucoup et bonne journée.